Everybody, it is the Quantum Show. Welcome back. We're going just a few minutes early since I'm all ready to go as much as I can be. As usual, everyone, please let me have a sound check. Put in the comments, do I sound okay? I'm projecting. I've got the microphone going. I'm thinking a bigger microphone stand, something I can do this with, that hooks up here that I can go like that. But give me a sound check. How am I sounding? Because I'm going to be going over being empathic for a third show. Yep. It never stops being interesting when you are this, and more things I'm discovering about being empathic. All right, sound check please. Let me see, can you hear me okay? Do I sound all right? I'm using the microphone down here. Should have heard that. And wanted to just make sure that you guys can hear me as much as you can. Sound check, please. Sound check, please. Sounding good. Got a good report. Thank you. All right, let me get that banner down. And roger that, loud and strong. Okay. Tim, welcome back to the Quantum Show. Welcome, everybody. I came to a full chat room. That's awesome. Tim, Joe, Lynn, Diane, and Keith was here. He may still be here listening and lurking. Diane, I said Diane. Storm. All right. Awesome. Thanks everybody for coming back. Yeah. I know I've covered empathy and being empathic 2 shows already, but it just never stops being interesting. I've been honing it. I've been paying more attention and practicing a lot more. The filtering and focusing is really cool. Okay. Filtering and focusing is a really good ability when you do this stuff. And being aware is, it's getting even more clear, more and more clear. I'm starting to feel when someone's around. If I can't see them, I know they're there. There's not the feeling that I feel like I'm being watched, but they can't see me either, right? And just knowing a presence is there. And this is not only happening with corporeal people in the living world, it's happening with spirits also. And it never gets old. And I'm doing it more and more. It's so much I'm feeling. And it's not like like when you reach out and you feel something, it's not part of you. You feel it. Like I'm feeling this metal file, right? It's not like that. You take on. I've been taking on that emotion. If someone's angry, I get angry. If someone's sad, I get sad, etc. It's not like I can see them getting angry, see them getting sad, and I think there is a latent ability in a lot of us that explains mob mentality. How people just go with the flow regardless of what's going on because of some underlying empathic awareness, and they're not really employing their higher thinking, their higher reasoning when they have that happen. Um so yeah, I would have people, the closer the better, right? I would have people walking around me, and I can literally reach out with this. I can feel what they're feeling. And no, most of the time has nothing to do with me, but sometimes it does. Like when people are avoiding me for some reason, right? I can tell they're avoiding me and I don't go around because they don't want to be around me. That makes me not want to be around them either. So, hey, Bronklander RC, welcome back to the Quantum Show. Just saw you coming in. Okay. Right. Yeah, that is the quantum link happening. You can stare at the back of someone's head and they'll turn around. Same goes for being stared at from across a room. You feel it. That is the quantum link happening. And I think a latent empathic connection, empathic awareness, and like a field around you is part of that. Hey, Scott, welcome to the Quantum Show. I'm not sure if I've seen you here before. Thanks for coming by, man. Talking about being empathic and the things that I have been going through, because that's the foundation of this whole YouTube endeavor. Stuff I've been going through because I know what it is to talk about it. And let me tell you, being empathic, it is like it's literally having another sense of awareness. Okay, I don't want to try to be all dreamy like these star seeds that have monthly uh fees, and you can pay $1,600 and come to this meeting. It's a like in a little building or whatever that they rented, and they're making money at it, which is fine. It's fine. But there's other things that, anyway, getting away from that. I don't want to seem like I'm trying to oversell it. There are a few people come to mind when I think about this, trying to oversell these, I don't know, awakening abilities in the new world, whatever. I'm okay looking at the chat. What's this? Tim says, did you know that one of the problems they found with Botox is that it inhibits their abilities to empathize with people? Well, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Empathize with people. Yeah. Yeah. I have noticed that people no longer can relate, and that's kind of cutting off some of that communication to those people. Hey, Pamela, welcome to the Quantum Show. Hello, all. It's not easy being empathic. It isn't. But then once I've learned to shield, filter, and focus, then it becomes, well, I'm still getting used to it, right? No, it's not easy, because what was happening was I would go to stores and places where there were a lot of people, and I would have panic attacks. I didn't realize what was going on. It was sweating, shaking, shallow breath, feel claustrophobic, even though there's no one or nothing around me. That's panic attack. And I thought it was just me. I thought it was me and high blood pressure. It was not. Now I know what's going on. All these things are coming to my head. And see, I'm trying to process them on the fly all the time. That's without shielding. When you don't know, that kind of thing happens. And it was giving me panic attacks. So I've gone over shielding, and I'll go over shielding a little bit more. It's the easiest thing to do. Okay. And after a while, it becomes second nature. You just automatically do it. When you think of shields, just think your basic thoughts. It doesn't have to be complicated. If you're a fan of Star Trek, shields up. Hit the button. Invisible bubble shields. Shields up. Nothing gets in. And or if you like medieval fantasy, knight in shining armor. Armor. Perfect. SWAT team. Scales. If you like the reptilian side of stuff, scales. Or like my triple whammy is a wall of crystals, stacked crystals, because it's all points and it's very dynamic and changing and everything that goes along with a crystal, right? You got a whole bunch of stuff that can't. I mean, it disperses, it hurts, whatever. To cut, and that's not always the best thing. That's why I've gone to like bubble shielding and metal plating. This is all you imagine. Okay, you imagine this around you, and that's all it takes because of our quantum link. That's what I call it, the quantum link. So when you're navigating being an empath, you feel, I take on the feeling of whatever person. Like, there's this friend of mine, and he was getting annoyed because of not at me, but he was getting annoyed just because he was getting annoyed. A lot of stuff was messing with him, and I beat him at pool. So he was getting, and I could feel annoyance with him. Though he hadn't done anything, he was annoyed kind of at himself because he let me beat him at pool and all this other stuff had been bothering him throughout the week. So I just backed off. I was like, oh, okay, you don't need me. It's fine. Oh, shout out to Alien Girl 111. She's having a giveaway on her channel. Go check it out. She's giving away some comic books. And go check out. Link in the description. Her link lives here. So, anyway, I'm looking at the chat now. Okay, yep, you just need to intend for the shielding boundary to be around you, and it happens. Intent is the on-off switch. Yep, because I'm with Keith on this one. We have 0 point energy. We natively, naturally manipulate it all the time, and we don't realize what's happening. And the intent of having the shields up, that's all it takes, because we are naturally affecting the energy around us, because we are manifestors. Humans. And Tim says, Imagineering defense system is better than no defense system. It has something to do with the placebo, I'm sure. It's all intertwined. Yeah, you're right. And heck yeah, Alien Girl 111 is dope. Heck yeah, she is. She's got a great show. It's the fun side of ufology and weirdness. It's the fun side of it. We tend to lean on the serious. Even though we tell jokes and stuff, we tend to lean on the serious. She's the party girl of ufology, and I love it. It's great in the mornings. Having her show up there is great in the morning. Even though I don't chat, I lurk and listen, and it's great to be there. And she's had UFO Jane. She's been having guests lately, and it's been really doing great. She had a daytime show earlier today. That was great, and it was great. And she announced she's having a comic book giveaway. I recommend you go click the link. Even if you're here, click the link. Like and subscribe to Alien Girl 111. Get you a mug, maybe. She has mugs for sale. This is the newest version. I have the other version, which was a lefty version, and I don't use that one too much. I want everybody to see this. Hey, welcome back, Keith. So, yeah, talking about being empathic, my experience as being empathic. Let me tell you something. Now, this is empathy related, and let me tell you something. I have a thing I do every night before I go to bed. As you all know, I have spirit guide named Xena. She's a big, tall woman who is like authority figure type person. I'm pretty sure she's a Mongolian warrior woman. So I tell her, thank you, I love you every night. And lately, I've taken to, like, in the white room where our minds are, in our mind's eye, I have taken to hugging her. Oh man, y'all, I cannot explain the feeling that happens. Okay, it is elation. It is joy. Okay, it is joy for just a minute, just a few seconds. But something I've noticed, all the noises, and I feel it and I radiate it, and I bring it from wherever she is to here, and it causes all the noises in the room to stop. Nothing hangs around. I don't know what that is, but that's the effect I'm observing. But yeah, I tell her I love you and thank you, and I hug her like, and I feel her arms around me. Oh, y'all, I cannot express the feeling that I have other than energetic, strong joy. It is amazing, and it makes all the stress melt away, just begin to melt away, and I can finally go to sleep. And whatever dreams are going to happen, happen. I haven't been remembering my dreams lately. I haven't been able to write them down. That was my phone, if you heard it. And just, y'all, wow. Okay, and that is, I think that's in part with my empathy, because I can take it in, I can feel it, and I can amplify it out. So that's something I've been taking to doing lately. And it really helps all the stuff during the day that I'm experiencing, all the empathy things, feeling people, relating to people, getting around, knowing what they're feeling, how to talk to them to get the best result from them. I'm not talking about manipulation. I'm talking about how to approach people, because that's one of the great things you could do with this, is you know how to approach people and get the best positive response from them. That's what I've been learning. I've been learning how to do that. Hey, Zach Dicasmonshire, welcome back to the Quantum Show. I'm just chilling here with Amy in my cup. Mushroom coffee. I got the mushroom coffee going on. I actually have a nice show set up. Got thumbnail. Yeah, I cut my finger working on the car. By the way, all the wrong parts. Not all the wrong parts, but 2 key parts. And 2 very key parts. One for the exhaust, and the headlights were the wrong headlights. Now it's sitting out there with 1 headlight. Oh, it is so... It looks like somebody just went up and took a spoon and pulled the eye out of this car. Poor thing. But it still runs, drives. I just got to put the exhaust back on, the new exhaust on. 1 piece, y'all, 1 piece. And yeah, Zach, it is, because it's so old. It's a 91 Tempo or Topaz. Nobody has parts for it. They tried to really cut down a bunch of part count on this car, and it didn't help. And it definitely didn't help. I got the wrong headlights. I got Tempo headlights to go in a Topaz. They don't fit. They're not the right kind. And I think I'm just going to have to, like, suck it up and drive on and order the correct headlights. And the exhaust, let me just draw it out for you, okay? I can explain it, but let me just draw it out for you. Yeah, this is, I know, I'm talking about being empathic. Well, now you get to feel my pain working on this car, okay? So, talking exhaust pipe, right? All right, now this is coming off the exhaust manifold, okay? Now that is the shape of the pipe. You've got your... and you've got your clamp right there, all right? So that is the end of the pipe that I'm working with. Right over here is the clamp that clamps the 2 pieces together. And this is the shape of the pipe. The shape of the exhaust pipe from that part on is like this. So I need one of these. It is on order. It is on its way. I ended up buying one of these to go on one of these, and it does not work. The clamps do line up, but it's like going like that, not like that, like it ought to. And yeah, there are springs around the screws to keep it on there and give it some wiggle room. However, I need, this is called a flare, and I don't know what this name is, but this is called a flare. Yeah, yeah. '05 Mustang had an exhaust system that was all 1 piece too. Yep. You know what? I lucked out. This is an old car. It's a 91. So I found the entire exhaust system from the catalytic converter, behind the catalytic converter, back, which catalytic converters are a lot cheaper now for a car like this, for $120. Yoink! But it was not one piece; it was in pieces. So it came with clamps. Of course, I didn't have enough clamps, so I got more clamps, and I'm able to hook one piece, clamp, hook another piece, clamp, another piece, clamp, another piece. It makes it so much easier than navigating this giant wiggly pipe, heavy up through axles and around bends and stuff. Oh my gosh. Yeah, taper. There goes Joe. And I can only imagine on an '05 Mustang with all its craziness, because the '05 Mustang has the same engine as what's in the Grand Marquis out there, the 4.6 liter V8. It's a big engine and it's got a whole bunch of stuff going through. Anyway, taper. Joe said taper. It's called taper. Yeah. This part, this side is the taper, this side is the flare. So I am not welding nothing. I am clamping it. No one's going to check but me. I have heard that '05 Mustangs suck. I have heard this. A lot of people really like them, but I have heard that they suck to work on. So, hey, Woo Rider, what's up? Welcome back. And yeah, heck yeah. Well, that's what I did today. Cut my finger on the headlight housing. They sent me the wrong ones. Tempos and Topaz, they share a lot of the same parts, not the headlights. The headlights do not swap. And it just frustrated me because I tried to transplant it has a frame on the back of it. Because see, here's Tempo headlight, right? It's flat against the frame. Here and now, and it goes to the body, to the body. Topaz headlight is slanted for style. It goes to a flat frame that goes to the body. They sent me Tempo headlights and they didn't have the frame. So I got to basically eat it because this is an overseas purchase. Yeah, blood offering right there. So car's going to run great after this. And everything else is fixed. Now I just got to get the headlights and the exhaust put on. And a lot of people were telling me about a little piece in the exhaust right here called an olive. This does not have one, right? Right. This does not have the olive. It is literally shaped. Let me just draw it out for you. It is literally shaped like an olive. Okay. This doesn't have one for two flares to go together. For two flares to go together. And I will just. Okay. It is a gasket or bushing or something that goes between two flares. And it is. That's hollow in the middle. Yeah, a lot going. Okay, Keith, no problem. No problem. I'm going over what I did today. That part would go between two of these and you would clamp them together. But this doesn't necessitate this. This doesn't exist on this car. It is a flare, and what'd you call it, Joe? A taper. A flare and a taper. So that's part count going down. However, nobody sells these. I had to special order this from a muffler shop and out of town, and it's going to be on its way. The tool is $120 to do it. No, I'm not buying that. I'm not going to buy the tool. So I spent a couple hours on it today, several, and I didn't get nowhere with either part. I noticed the exhaust wouldn't go on because it was taper to taper. I'm like, all right, let's just pack this part up. Part is ordered. It'll be here by next week. And then the headlights, I took one headlight out, realized I tried to transplant that black frame. It ain't doing it. It ain't doing it. Mm-mm. So I now have one headlight that I can sell to someone for a tempo. And I will probably sell it for $25. Whatever. I don't know. To be determined. And that was with no one around except my tulpa Sabrina. She's supportive, but she doesn't have any information. Okay? She doesn't have any information to give me. She's very supportive. Yeah, Nathan, you can do it. I can feel her like cheering me on. Let me refresh you. Okay, I thought I had two guides here. I have one guide, Xena, and the other one just kind of popped, just kind of appeared. And she's a tulpa. She's cool. She's all right, but she's a tulpa. And yeah, she's tulpa. She just kind of popped in on me. She is a helper, and I'm trying to teach her to go retrieve information. I'm trying to, but it takes a lot of concentration to do this stuff. And I haven't had a lot of chance to put a lot of concentration to her. And Xena doesn't like working with her, but she's part of my reality too. So she kind of just was like, whatever, you do you. But she's not good at telling me these kinds of things. Xena is. But Xena is also following spirit guide rules, going, well, if you're going to mess up, it's what you agreed upon doing. I'm like, I don't want to mess up. So, and a lot of this is done through feeling. Okay. A lot of this is done, and that's an edge that I seem to have, being using empathy, talking to these beings, Xena, Sabrina, and whoever else comes around. Others have come around, and oh man, the cemetery. Y'all remember that one, right? That was the still to date the craziest shit I've ever been involved in. Okay, thank you, Keith. But there was a lot of empathy awareness going on back there in the cemetery, because if I didn't feel what was going on around me, I would have been clueless, because there's very little visual, but there was some visual. And luckily I could hear, I could perceive and make out, transcribe, maybe translate the words. Yeah, they were speaking English anyway, or at least that one guy was. That was it's still to date the craziest thing I've ever been through. And I've been through some crazy stuff, okay? And empathy helped me deal with it, helped me be aware of the situation. And I wasn't any good at it then. I was barely aware of it, of the ability then. Now I am learning to use it like you use your sense of smell or your sense of hearing. How you can listen to a voice in a crowd and tune out the rest? It's kind of sort of like that, except with emotions. You can filter and focus, filter everything else out, focus on a target. And I was looking at different videos and shorts, right? Because it seems like the preferred version is not this version. It's short version, like TikTok, Reels, whatever. And one of them said, it was this girl, when you introduce your empathic friend to the guy everybody likes, and she's looking at him like, it works like that. Get a good stare, and it's like a physical procedure of focusing in on a person, filtering out everything else. You can zero in, and you can feel what that person is feeling. You can feel if they're lying. No one can lie to you. I love that. People try to lie to me. I can tell even every degree of it. little white lie or massive manipulation lie. I can tell. And I can also tell when they're not trying to give these emotions away, that they don't really care about what we're talking about. They're not really interested in the topic. And I'm like, okay, well, shields up. I am not interested either. So I just go that way. And yeah, I would like to actually, I need to make a banner for this. And I need to make a banner for this because I have been doing some more investigation into who is a psyop. And okay, she is not a psyop. Shannon Blake 999 is not a psyop. She is cleared by the quantum show. She may be being maneuvered into place, but I don't find it. She's doing her own thing. I looked into her as much as I could, into her background, into her story. She's not a psyop. Okay? She's not a psyop. She is clear with the quantum show. And welcome if she ever wants to come on. She's the headliner on her own channel, and she's got millions of people, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people following her, right? Amy is a fan. I'm a fan. She preaches. Go see. You know what? I'll leave a link in the description. Let me just get that link. I will get that link right now. Oh, whoops. But I'm not going to like click over there. She is TikTok, Instagram. And I'm going to leave a link. And you know what? I'm going to share screen so you can know who I'm talking about. And let me see here. I'll just hold on. I'm getting a link to save. And I will go ahead and share what I see of her Instagram play. Shannon Blake. Wait a minute. This might be a fake one. No, this is real. This is real. Okay. Let's see here. I will share the screen just to make sure you know who I'm talking about. This person. She is clear. She's good. I endorse her. Her link will now be on my show descriptions. Right? She's a music maker, and she apparently gives all the right damn to what needs to be given. So I will give her the quantum stamp of approval. I need to make a stamp graphic. That would be cool. She's a good person. Yeah, she comes from a mixed up crazy background, but who doesn't? We all do, right? And she is, I think she's in someplace beachy. I'm not sure, but look at the captions, right? Explain the reason why I post songs over and over and why. Because, well, as we know, repetition teaches. I broadcast, I am love, I am abundance. That's a good caption, right? I'm getting paid to do my passions. Yeah. And here's one: single mom, long nights in the club. She does not mean like a dance club. Took a little bit of acid, took a little bit of shrooms. I like manifesting in the morning. Those are all good, right? And this is, yes, I love, I'll let go because I love me. Yes, I love. Yes, I forgive. I let go because I love you. She knows what's up, right? Okay, well, anyway, there she is. Link will be in the description. And she is quantum certified, clear, not a psyop. If she's a psyop, I'm a psyop. Okay. Apparently last week I didn't do the psyop thing right because I didn't get psyop to myself. I didn't get black helicopters, weird people walking around the house. Didn't get any of that. Did I do it right? I don't know. I know they're already watching. But anyway, Shannon Blake, all clear, quantum certified. Keith is saying tech screwed up for me listening effectively, but that is my issue. Sorry you're having the issue, dude. And hopefully it will clear itself up really soon. It's blame the server. Blame the server. It's always technical problems. Okay. Now I will I went to the Legion Friday for a meeting, Friday for my regular go to the Legion to just unwind and stuff. And okay, there are people that are regulars there that I have come to know. I've come to know them. I've come to expect them, and they kind of go into the background as far as empathy goes. Then there are visitors who they're not part of the background. They're a new feeling, and I could tell it was almost like feeling through their nerves. You know what I mean? Not exactly seeing through their eyes, but feeling what they're feeling. And there was this woman come up next to me. She was ordering from the bar. I was sitting at the bar, and I could feel what she was going. She was a little bit anxious to get the waitresses, get the bartender's attention, a little bit impatient, but very patient also, because she knows, and I could feel this too. She was feeling sympathy with the bartender, how she was running around doing all this stuff and trying to get to her as soon as possible. It was right there. And it wasn't me doing it. That's another thing. I've had to concentrate on how to differentiate feelings from outside and my own. And there's very little difference. And it takes higher self. You have to know what you're feeling so you don't mix up the outside with the inside. That's what I've come up to find out. Hey, Raven, welcome back to the Quantum Show. So, Raven has gotten a new tablet. Are you going to be on your tablet tonight? When I send you the link, I want to see it work. Let's get that thing working. So, okay, that's what I've been able to. I've been honing these skills, learning to differentiate the outside from my own based on what I'm doing, what I know I'm not doing, and if I feel annoyance, am I doing something that I should be annoyed about? Probably not. It's not mine. It's somebody else's. And it's kind of flavored differently. I don't know how to say it. It's a little bit different than when I feel stuff. When I feel stuff, it's like enveloping. When I feel someone else's stuff, it's kind of like creeps in. It's a tiny little bit of, it seems like me, but it's not me. And it takes practice. So I can't sit indoors and not go anywhere and expect this stuff to work, right? Today I had to run up to the store, And I made some comments about, or the cashier said, this counter is too low, and I said, it needs to be higher, right? And she agreed with me. I could feel it. And corporate thinks everybody's 20 something, and if you can't hang with a 20 something, you just need to get out of here because you're old. And I could feel her surprised at saying that, and like, me, you call me old? I'm like, I go through it too, and it diffused it. But I could feel the emotion coming from the cashier in my own. It was coming in, so I could feel what was. I love doing this. No, it's no longer, oh wow, look at what oh my god, what's going on? Now it's how to use it effectively. And I'm really learning a lot. And shielding and filtering and focusing is so important, because this will make you schizophrenic, I bet, or a nervous wreck, always having panic attacks, if I didn't know to shield, focus, filter. It's so cool. Yeah, LA is saying there's a lot of ageism going on. I'm sure. Yeah, because they want everyone to be 20, 25, and it's just not going to happen. But that's the way corporate thinks about everybody who's not 25. They should all be 25. And what's wrong with you if you can't keep up? Whatever. Not the quantum. It's not quantum. And I'm trying to think of other things other examples. Went to Wendy's, and I could feel the girl who was handling and bringing my stuff to the window. She knew it wasn't right, but she knew it. She didn't know it wasn't right, but I could feel her anxiety of, if I asked her, because I asked her, is everything in here? And she goes, and I could feel the anxiety spike up just a little bit, because apparently she had been messing. Well, they didn't get it right. That's okay. I don't really care. They didn't put the fries in the bag. I don't want them. I didn't want them anyway. They go to the birds, because just don't want it. But I could feel it coming off of her, that little spike of anxiety, of self-checking, self-doubt. And I said, okay, thanks, bye-bye. No, it was wrong. And yeah, LA is saying 25 and controllable in regards to corporate and 25-year-olds. Yeah, they're controllable. They're not wild cards. They're not loose cannons. They have a lot to lose, and they are controllable. Yeah. Tech issue. Raven, if it's not on, is it just in sleep mode? It may have been in sleep mode, not completely turned off. Okay. They go into sleep mode. Like, one would say my phone is turned off. It is not. It's in sleep mode. Right. There's my phone. It's on now. Well, it's been on. Now it's in sleep mode. If it's just like this, the battery will die. Okay. Here's something else. Here is my tablet. Here's my iPad. Now, I have not used this in a while. I have not used it in a while. Battery, 80%. Yeah, you can't see that. Trust me, it says 80%. I haven't even used it. It's been sitting in sleep mode with the cover on. And the cover deactivates the screen. Doesn't matter what you do. But if it's in sleep mode, then it will continue using power. I haven't used it in several days, and it's at 80%. I left it at 100%. So on and off ain't so simple no more. Also, okay, getting back to empathy. I need more coffee. Getting back to navigating empathy. Let me go back and shielding, focusing, filtering. Shielding is nothing gets in. You don't want nothing in. And focusing is where you focus on, but you filter out everything else. And they kind of work together, kind of go hand in hand. When you focus and filter, when I focus and filter, I end up focusing on something else, and I instinctively filter everything else out, and I'm focusing on them. That can freak out another person who has empathic awareness because they can feel you coming in. They can feel they feel like they're being watched, like they're having something come in on them, like someone's standing really close. Because I felt that. I have felt that. Feels like someone's standing really close or trying to get inside. It's so strange. It's hard to explain. But that's why filtering and focusing is important, because all the anxiety stops happening. You can feel silly doing it. Go ahead. It's okay. It's all in your head. No one's watching you focus, filter, and shield. Do it. Feel silly. It's okay. I felt silly too. And then knowing that it's what's going on, you can filter and tune, like a noise coming in, right? You can, what I choose to do is I choose to only things I can see. I don't want to hear anything from back there, so I shields up. Only what I can see. And it happened 2 weeks ago. It happened this week, and I'm getting better at it. And I'm becoming more aware. You can do this too. Oh, man. And it really is interesting the way it happens. Hey, Intergalactic Angler, haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for coming back to the Quantum Show, dude. I plugged Amy's show, the giveaway and everything. Alien Girl 111, the hottest mug in ufology. Ka-chow. I didn't say ka-chow before. Get yours now. Tastes like disclosure. I have a commercial up on my channel still. Tastes like disclosure, featuring Amy's mug. It's awesome. It's so fun. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Intergalactic. I've been missing all kinds of shows, everybody. I'm sorry. I haven't been able to go in live with Amy, not too much with Rich or Keith or anybody I like to follow. Akashi Chris. Oh man, Lynn. I love these people. I just haven't had a chance to be on there because life is stealing me away from this. But that's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Sorry I didn't get the show edited up like I should have last week. Now the moment's gone. This week is different. I got a picture and everything. So that's what I was okay. Getting nice out, so I've been out doing things. Yeah, I was trying to work on the car. I realized I had all the wrong parts. Hey, Dorothy. Welcome back, Dorothy Hawkins. Thank you for coming by the Quantum Show. Love seeing you come here. We all could have swore we saw you at Amy's daytime show. Everybody was like, Dorothy's here. And then other people were like, I didn't see Dorothy. Nobody saw Dorothy. It was crazy. I could have swore I saw you pop up in the chat in Amy's daytime show. Could have swore it. But you weren't there at the moment. Yeah, it was everybody that was up there was like, it was like, what do they call that? You were like a private little. No, oh man, this is definitely a sign of needing more coffee. Private little Mandela effect, the Dorothy Hawkins Mandela effect. Nope, she was opening the Riley House Museum this morning. What is that? What is the Riley House Museum? It sounds really interesting. If there's a link, please put it in the chat. You have the ability. Yeah. By locating with your astral digital self. Astral digital. But yeah, tell us more about the Riley House Museum. Leave a link and I'll put it in there because You brought it with you. It's quantum, and it deserves to be on the show. So, yeah, I'm just going over being empathic and navigating and using it and figuring out what does what. And you can actually program people how to feel. We talked about that last week. We can broadcast a vibe, and it works. It calms people. If you're anxious, then you can make the room anxious. If you're calm, you can calm the room. It's so cool being able to do that. Okay. I will wait for your link, and I will put it in one of the show's descriptions or an announcement or something, because I would like to check it out. What is in a museum of? Explain to us a little bit. We have about 9 minutes. Well, started a few minutes early, so yeah, about 9 or 10 minutes. But yeah, I hope everybody got something from this show. Using your empathy. This was kind of the intermediate doing the empathy thing, because last week we did or not last week, but the first empathy show was, oh my God, I'm empathic. The second empathy show is, oh my God, look what I can do now. And the third, this one has been about furthering that, what you can do with it. And there are physical things, but then there's the energetic things. You can read about the physical things in a book. That's speech. That's like persuasive speeches. This is the energetic level where you can send out your emotions. And people who are calm are much better at this than people who are excited, super excited, because then you get unchecked, and you end up with something like the mob mentality. I suspect. That's what I suspect. Okay. Oh, okay, Diane. Glad you're in the house now and you are able to watch. Here we are. We can start now. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But yeah, it's just me in my Star Wars shirt as usual with my little crystal. And I started out by talking about the spirit guide and how I relate to her as I go to bed every night. And it's crazy, cool, good. Crazy, cool, good. And I know I got a bunch of lurkers out here. Hi there, lurkers. You know who you are. Hit like and subscribe. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, because if you're here, you are quantum, certainly quantum. You didn't come here by mistake or by accident. Something drove you here. Something guided you here or drug you here. And that is why you are here, because you are quantum. Hence the name of the show. And I have I thought I had a thing for that. We call that quantum. Yep, there we go. I call it a quantum link. And I do. Because if you're here, you're not here by accident. You're here because something brought you here. Quantum link. All right, MiddletonHistory.org. I will be copying that. It is now where I can get it later. I'll check it out. Is your name on the website? I really want your name to be on the website, because I will check it out. Now that if it gets on screen, it's recorded. It's forever. Alrighty then. So I was just talking about what I did this show, how to use the empathy as an actual feeling, like you smell or hear or see something. What do you do? And staying calm. Meditation is always important. That way you can focus. That way you can be aware of yourself and take a step back, calm down, use your empathy to feel out what's going on around you. If there's other people or entities, that's another thing. I used empathy one time to let this, whatever it was, be aware that I knew about it and I was not scared. And it left. I didn't want it to communicate. It was fine. I just left. Okay. I don't think it was quite sentient. I think it was more of a fey land creature. Not important. But these feelings that come in to people who don't know about empathy and the all the stuff that we talk about, feeling it, using it, knowing it's yours or not yours, people get freaked out. They start feeling something weird and they don't know why, and they get scared. That's just the automatic reaction to everything is fear. That's just the way we are. And they freak out and they do things like call it demons or something, or oh, something's wrong. This doesn't exist, which it really does. So, yeah. There we go. You know what? This has been the first hour Quantum Show, talking empathy. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to go ahead. We're almost at the hour. We have less than 4 minutes to go, so that's okay. And I will update the description with links and stuff after the panel, because it's almost break time. So I'm going to go ahead, head into break. I want everybody to know, thank you for coming out. I appreciate you listening to me rant. Good chat in the chat room. Wait a minute, Diane, what? The guy that was staying with me doesn't know anything about that word. I can't even spell it. Empathy? Here we go. I will put it on screen if this is the word you're talking about. And yeah, it takes a specialized type person, an aware person, to even know the topic. Okay, there you go. That's the spelling for it. All right. And a lot of people, I call them muggles. They have no clue about this. They don't know why things affect them. They just do. They think it's just them. They go about their merry way. They're unaware of the world around them, mostly. And they don't try to take other people's feelings into consideration. That's really the key to, getting along when you're a muggle. We have little advantages, be it energetic, be it mystical, something, right? That's okay, Dorothy. Have fun with the replay. I am going to go ahead and call it. I am going to go ahead and say pushing buttons. I know I've got one for that one. Come on, pushing buttons, pushing buttons. I'm going to be wrapping it up. Thank you for coming to the Quantum Show. Appreciate it. If you're here, you are Quantum. I am going to go get a refill on coffee, take a break, and we'll be back with the panel in just a little while, okay? 20, 30 minutes. Okay, Intergalactic, have a good one. See you later. Everybody else who can't make it to the panel, thanks for coming by. Pushing buttons, pushing buttons. Y'all have a good night. See you